I don't know how you feel about maps. Personally, I'd love to get out an Ordnance Survey special and go looking for unusual features, points of interest. I think I found one of those right here. This is the Forest of Dean. This is Bullo Pill and Newnham. And looking very carefully, you've got the River Severn here, and then the main rail line between Gloucester and Cardiff, a live rail, and then squeezed between the two on what might well be the old tramway is a footpath. Got to be worth a look, isn't it? Bullo Pill then, and the famous bridge, or is it a viaduct? We're headed down there, which is the way the railway went. Well, they think it's a viaduct. Good enough for me. Lovely stonework that we've seen before. And on the skew. Beautiful. Still in use. We'll carry on this way. We'll find the dock first. With some bearings. Take what looks to be a dead end and wander off down here towards the dock. That looks precarious. Right, this is the back and beyond here. These are tramway sets, by the way. I'll find a decent one, I'll show you. Here's one with the boat still in place. In fact, that motor generator. Touch of the Robinson Crusoes here. Eventually leading to here. Well, somebody's been having a clear out. There was, or should have been, a railway through here. Yeah, dismantling in progress. I wonder if that sailing ship was put like that or far like that. Somewhere here there was a bridge to allow the trains to cross over this. I don't see any evidence. I can see two sets of lock gates. And an old barge. Moored. There is supposed to be a footpath here somewhere. Somewhere done with a clearing, but I don't think it's for the pedestrians. Let's take a look. You wouldn't want that on your toe, would you? Give up on footpath 1. We're going to have to backtrack. Not exactly square one, but close. Could be there somewhere. And there again. Maybe not. We've got to bite the bullet and get back to the, well, it's not really a road, it's not really a track, it's a whatever. We'll have a look. The only problem with this route is it cuts out half the railway loop. We don't have any choice, so we'll grin and bear it. Any old building along here could be either railway or dock related, like that one for instance. Well, this is the civilised part of town. Pass through here. Rather nice. And good. This is a little area, and we have a clue here, I'm pleased to say. Hold you there for a second. Yeah, good. Now we've got to find the railway part of it. If this is the railway road now, that's where it came from, through there. Right. The other squirrel makes a run for it. Oh, it only looks good as far as here. It gets a bit overgrown. It has been walked, so we'll keep at it. Good harvest there at some point. I'm afraid it's that time of year when even if you were trying to keep the footpath open, the undergrowth and overgrowth overtakes you, probably. Anyway, hopefully we can get through. Well, we can see the Severn at last. The railway is supposed to be just on our left, so that's impenetrable. Our river just there. Newnham is just to the left of that. Here's our path. A little bit better for a while. Some railway fencing here, a spacer bar, nicely out of focus on the camera. On the map we look to be rubbing shoulders with the railway, but the nearest I can see is through that gap there, and the railway is in fact quite a way. Newnham Church on the horizon. If I can keep the horizon still for a minute. Well, a train has just gone by, and in fact we're not that far from the railway. But unfortunately all the camera wants to focus on is the greenery. Let's see how we get on with this. Well, at about this point, unless we recognise a bit more later on, there were 8 lines of tracks across here. The Forsadine railway came in, and then Bullo Pill joined in the fun, and there were 8 lines of track. So quite a busy place. Something you don't expect to see out here in the middle of nowhere. A gate. We're still going down there. Well, that's helpful. Well, it's not your eyesight, it's upside down. The path changes again. This is more like it. I can cope with this. That before you is almost certainly the railway embankment on our left. Need a train to verify that. Concrete posts. Posh railway, this one. This is what was promised on the map. Rather good. And I think this is probably as close as we're going to get. Railway on our left. Embankment again. And then the Severn right through there. Lovely. We're now of course on the track bed of either the tramway or the standard gauge from the docks. And we're closing in rapidly on the railway. Main line. Liverpool up here. A few sandy spits there out in the river. I don't know if it's on the ebb or on the flood yet. I can't get any closer without getting in it. And I'm not doing that. No doubt a boundary gate fence. Carving it up between 2 owners. Church bells on the go. 12, I'm not saying going for that. My word, it's narrow here. Right. You wouldn't want to come along here in the dark. This looks like a follow your nose job. There's no signage. Hopefully there's a track. And that is as near as you're going to get. The Severn now sweeps away from us. We're approaching Newnham, which is just on that spit there. And there's another breaker's yard there, just below the church. And we go tumbling down here, looking for a path. I think I can see it. Hope I can see it. The railway there goes into a cutting before then changing to an embankment to jump the road, I guess. That's looking downriver. Oh, two young ladies directed me in this direction. And good directions, because here we are. At the pedestrian gate. Blimey. I'm not quite sure about what's beyond. Yeah. It opens out a bit. There's a huge amount of ballast here. Actually the track's made it now. Did that used to be a railway? Now turned into a track? Or was it borrowed? Your guess is as good as mine. Well, the farm's on the map. I'm not sure about this plantation. Could be. Oh, it's fairly quiet. I can hear the main road, which is what we're aiming at. Mine, I've been listening to it all the way around, so I don't suppose that's much of a clue. Well, there's the road, folks. And here we have the entrance to the other shipyard. Another one you wouldn't want on your toe. It must be for an aircraft carrier. And a marker buoy. Well, that's the pot of gold end of the rainbow. Well, the signage makes a bit of a pig's ear out of it. You can get the general idea. Been there a few years. And what have we here? Looks interesting. Well, unfortunately it's locked. I thought it might have been a pedestrian crossing. But you can see the railway, so proves it's there. The bridge is just on our right. You won't get much better history than that, will you? A wooden post, a cast iron post, a concrete post, and some broad gauge rail. Doesn't that tell a story? Different railways, different eras. As this is a linear walk and not a circular one, you have to go back the way that we came. There's no great hardship. I could recommend this walk to anybody really. It's very pleasant, very quiet, and lots of interest, I would say. So, if you like that sort of thing, join me next Friday and we'll have another shot. See you there.